welcome to another episode of Life Experiences with William Pelarenos. I am your host, William Pelarenos, and today we have some music aficionados in our radio station, WRMN 1410 AM. Sitting next to me is Steven. He is a musician and a songwriter. We're going to talk about music with him. And off camera is AJ. And we got Matt on the boards today.
Yes.
Matt. Hi. Are our phone lines working today?
Of course, they are. 847-931-1410.
And the topic is music, music therapy, playing music, writing music, listening to music, anything in music. We're going to get a little arts and entertainment today. I met Steven. He was playing his guitar at a function I was at, and he was very good. And it turns out he wrote his own song, and he's am I correct, a self-taught guitarist?
Yes, an autodidact.
How long did it take you to learn the guitar?
I'm still learning. It's a lifelong process, William.
How many years have you been doing it?
I'd say I got my first guitar from my brother in my early teens.
Really?
Yeah, and then I went on and off for a little bit.
And how do you teach? Do you watch YouTube videos? Is this how you teach yourself?
Well, at the time, there was no YouTube, but there still was internet. And there were resources like Guitar Tab. I don't even remember the name of the websites anymore. But there were resources where people would teach each other on the internet.
Oh, very good, very good. And I know the song that you played, actually, you wrote the tune yourself. It's been taught to me that a lot of famous musicians that play songs and write songs can't read music. Have you heard this?
I've heard it, and I believe it.
So you write your own songs. Do you read music?
I can now, but I didn't always.
Oh, very good, very good. So listen, let's talk about music therapy a little bit, because I talked about this in the beginning of this year when my property taxes skyrocketed. I was really bummed out, and I turned to music as like a music therapy. And the music that really uplifted my spirits was listening to the Beach Boys. You've heard of people with music therapy trying to bring their spirits up, correct?
No, I fully believe in the healing power of music and art.
All right, what do you think, AJ?
I think it's very true, and you can have a lot of catharsis from, like, if you're angry and you listen to angry music, or if you're sad and you listen to sad music, it just kind of makes you feel like you're not the only one feeling that way, you know?
Oh, so I went for the opposite. I was bummed out. I went for upbeat music.
You can do both. I mean, both work, you know, if you're just trying to if you want to feel happy and you listen to happy music and you're going in thinking you're going to be happy and wanting to feel happy, your brain's going to say, hey, let's feel happy, especially if you're listening to a bunch of upbeat things, you know?
Yes, that's what I want to say. It alters your mood. Music can affect your mood. You agree?
Most assuredly.
Yeah. Okay, so how long does it take you to write a song?
Man, sometimes they come in minutes, and sometimes it could take days, weeks. I've been sitting on a course for years that hasn't I don't want to disrespect it with the wrong verses. So, I mean, there's no real right answer.
There's no rhyme or reason. It's just like being a story writer. I mean, they can come to you. Ernest Hemingway, one of the greatest story writers, and I love his stories. He drew a blank during a period of his life, and he couldn't write anything. Writer's block. It happens even to the best of us. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I wanted to talk about, too, is besides writing music and music therapy, it seems to me there's a big resurgence in people buying vinyl records. Are you aware of this?
No, vinyl's huge. Again, what's old is new again, William.
I don't understand how this happened. We got out of records. We went to compact discs. Now everybody's streaming, but they're going back to buying records. I actually went to a record store and they didn't have the record I wanted.
Well, the thing is, it's not only the music itself, but I find that people enjoy owning things.
Yes.
Like touching it, a tangible item.
Yes. AJ, you made a point. Physical media.
Yeah, it's physical media, but it's like, not only do you have like the record just to have like on your record player, but you can mount it on a wall, and then you have like, it's more than just that, because it's like, hey, this is my favorite record. I own it on CD. I own it on everything, but now I just want to display it more. It's like wearing a band shirt. It's the same thing. You just want to display it.
AJ, you make an interesting point. It's a full experience.
Yeah.
It's the touch. Mm-hmm. It's the sound, of course.
Yeah.
Let's not forget it. It's the smell.
Yeah.
Everyone knows of that smell.
Yes. Yes, you know what? You're right. It affects all the senses.
Every single one.
And sometimes there used to be a record store here in Elgin. It's old records. Is it still
Rediscover Records.
Rediscover?
It's still there.
I actually went last year and I was looking for the album from the soundtrack of the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey, and he actually had it. He's got a section movie. If you're looking for an older record and talk about the smell, you get that dusty smell, from older media. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
I love that smell.
Loved it. But I still have that record. I was going to get it framed, and I thought, because it's a cool image, I'm a big Stanley Kubrick fan, and 2001 is one of my favorites. And a few years ago, AJ and I went to the Music Box Theater. Now, here's a movie that was made in 1968, right? So we're going, this had to be about 10 years ago. We went to the Music Box Theater in Chicago, and they were showing, revisiting a retro showing of 2001: A Space Odyssey. There's 710 seats. 705 seats were taken.
Oh, wow.
Yes, jam-packed. There's a lot I can say about retro, retro films, retro music. And people are jam-packing. Just this summer with Jaws. It jammed the theaters. I went to the drive-in to see it. All the spaces were taken. People in the album. I bought the album too.
Oh, you bought this?
Yeah, I recently bought the album.
Thus Spoke William.
Yes, but I don't want the new album. I want an old album. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like an original pressing.
Yes.
Very good.
I wanted one from the 70s, and that's what I found. And like you said, get it framed. I have the Thunderball, James Bond movie album framed. I bought it framed like that. There's an art to framing those. You know what I'm saying? And there's a love of framed albums, like you mentioned.
And I forgot to say that because we got kind of off track, but don't forget the visual element.
Yeah,
the album covers, the inside, the jackets, the liner notes, all that stuff used to be another sensory.
Yes, the visual elements, and you could always stream something, you could listen to it, but actually physical contact. And AJ, you can see something?
But it's like what you were saying, like, all these movies coming out 40, 50, 60 years ago at this point, but it's like there's an experience in the movie theater that you're only going to get in the movie theater. There's an experience at a concert you're only going to get at a concert. There's an experience at home on playing it on a vinyl that you're only going to get playing it on a vinyl. It's a different experience every time. So it's just that different experience, rather than just streaming it off your phone, because then you got your, the new technology, new stereos and stuff like that. But if you have an old record player and you have an old vinyl, you get a different experience from it. You get that static and you get, all that little interference, but it adds to the effect.
What is it? Patina, it's called.
The patina.
Patina.
Yeah, the effect of age.
Yes, it's showing its age. And, I really love music. I got to say that I have all the respect in the world for musicians. And of course, we think the famous ones, the ones I really enjoy listening to, of course, the Beach Boys, the Rolling Stones, Elvis Presley, the Beatles. It's the stuff I grew up with. You don't care for Elvis?
No, that was
I saw
this is the second time I've been accused of not liking something because I make that face. But I use the word nasty a lot to describe things with which I'm very much in love. And and Elvis is most assuredly nasty.
Not all his songs. I mean, it's just like anybody. Not all his songs. There's so a hit and miss. Just like actors. They made some great movies and made some duds. But there's a lot of elements that come into making music, and it's not just yourself. There's a lot of it's a team. It's an orchestra that creates this. And just like here, we're doing this. I can't do it without Matthew on the boards to record this, to preserve it for me, to make sure the audio is working correctly. It's a team effort here.
Well, it's my honor.
Yeah, thank you. And Matthew's been doing this for over a year and a half with me, and now we're saving these on YouTube's. They could be revisited. Everybody's got a favorite song, and to me, it's "Surfing USA" by the Beach Boys. That one I can listen to. What do you call it? When I had my iPod, repeat.
Oh.
Put a repeat. I did a show with Dan French. You remember Dan French on WCGO? And I said, I'd like to do this. I'd like to hit this thing here. Oh, repeat? Oh, that's for psychopaths. He said. I go, hey, we got to do a therapy show later on. But yeah, I like to hear the songs over and over and over and over if I get in that mood, But sometimes I'll listen to a whole album. And the album that I like to listen to, just a personal favorite, everybody has different appetites and tastes. But the album I like is Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. I think they went into the stratosphere with this. But I don't understand why the song Money is in there. AJ, you got to tell me why they threw a Money Cash Register song in that album.
You have the song Time about like there's no more time left and you got to do your time, but time's always escaping you. And the first verse of Money is money, get away. Basically, I don't got time for the money, but I got to make money to do what I want to do with my time. So it works conceptually.
Yes.
I thought the ideas of time and money were interchangeable.
You say that again?
I thought time and money were interchangeable.
Oh, I don't know. It depends on your look of life.
Because if they're not, I've been living the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yes, but you know what? And those songs on there, Us and Them, I mean, it's so, I can say, in a certain mood setting. But to me, it just seems like the song Money is off gear. But besides that, and you know what we were talking about yesterday on this Pink Floyd album? There's people that played The Wizard of Oz with Judy Garland. They turned the volume all the way down. Oh, you heard this, right?
I know all about it.
They turn the volume all the way down, and they play Dark Side of the Moon album. Mm-hmm. You've heard this, right?
It's supposed to align and then tell the story in a different way.
Yes, and I guess the movie's over 2 hours long, so the album has to repeat a couple of times, correct?
Oh, that I don't know. But as long as it keeps in sync with the beats of the story, I could see it being a very special experience.
What do you think?
It does repeat, but it's like it depends if you're playing it on vinyl. I'd have to look it up again, but it's like you're supposed to flip it at like a certain point. You get a break to actually flip it because if you start it on like the third line roar of the MGM logo, that's when you start the vinyl, and then that's when you go, and then there's a second for you to flip it, and then you flip it, and then you have like enough time, and apparently it's fairly forgiving, but it's like you have to like keep flipping it back and forth, or if you just play it like just on a repeat for the album, I don't know how it would line up, with like, streaming service where you could just play the whole album and just have the whole album repeat itself. So
I think that would be easier for me because I can I can put the movie on silent on the TV and then put my headphones on and then just stream the album with the repeat mode. And then I can see, and that's an experience. Now, I just found out about this recently, the last maybe 6 months, but you've been telling me this is like a 10-year-old thing.
It's like a 10-year-old thing, but people, they would do, certain drugs and they would just start doing things and it helps them find a different thing to the story. And, they're in a different way of thinking, so they think differently. And, it gives you an extra little thing. I don't know if anyone does it sober, but it's where it comes out of.
Matthew, you're a big Judy Garland fan.
I have never heard of this before, that you can do that.
Well, my show is informational, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You've never heard? This has been going on for 10 years with these people.
Never heard of that.
These Wizard of Oz plus Pink Floyd fans have been...
I've heard about it longer than 10 years ago. I had a relative who was a massive Pink Floyd fan and a massive Wizard of Oz fan and a friend of Dorothy's, but he never seemed to make it work.
He couldn't do it?
He couldn't do it.
I guess it doesn't work for everybody.
No, I guess it doesn't.
Well, Tylenol doesn't work for everybody either. So.
That's true.
So anyways, but this is just some things we like to bring up because, we talk about so many social issues on this show and so many issues, but I wanted to get to a little arts and entertainment. And it is artsy and entertaining to listen to certain types of music. And here you're taking two mediums, the visual Wizard of Oz film with the audio of Dark Side of the Moon. Have you heard Dark Side of the Moon, Matthew?
No.
Oh. Are you aware of a band called Pink Floyd?
Yes, I know who Pink Floyd is.
Pink Floyd, okay. They were rocking, man. When I was in high school in the 70s, some colleges used to have Pink Floyd laser shows. Do you remember this? Are you aware of this?
Triton College used to do them, and I saw
that's the one.
I saw two. One was Pink Floyd. I can't remember what the other one was, but I was a very small child.
So what they were doing back then, they were playing the album over speakers and having a laser show, right?
In the sky, yeah, with like different images created by lasers.
They should bring that back.
It was a fantastic experience.
You know, there's a big retro, and the retro is not only just watching something like watching Jaws on the big screen. It's the feelings that you had. You mentioned this. It reminds you of the feelings when you originally saw the movie or heard the album. And not only that, but where you were at the time.
And who you're with.
Huh?
Who you're with.
And yes, let's not even talk about romantic songs.
Hey, whoa. You brought the romantic part.
Don't even go into Fleetwood Mac. Let's not get there. But these mood songs, what type of mood songs do you like?
What kind of mood songs?
Or any type of songs?
I like songs that are truthful. If I sense that the song is being truthful, then I will like it no matter the genre.
Yes, and I got to say, I like a sweep of certain genres. The only one that I really don't listen to is rap. I know AJ listens to a few rap songs, but you listen to rap too?
Oh, well, yeah, I was about to correct you. There are many true rap songs that I would like to recommend to you. Maybe you'll give them a shot, and you might very much like them.
If you could think of some at the top of your head.
Oh yeah, my favorite rapper who subscribes to the truth. His name is Slug. He's in a group called Atmosphere. You know this? You know this man? Yeah, he's very honest. He's painfully honest. There's nothing disingenuous about his music, and I think you'd really like him.
Yes. So we're gonna have to write that down. Slug, SLE.
Slug, like the slow moving, snail.
Oh, a slug.
Slug, or like a round.
And his group is called Atmosphere.
Atmosphere. It's him and a DJ.
And which is your favorite song out there?
Oh, I have plenty, but Guarantees is one of my favorites. Guarantees.
So good.
Is it good?
So good.
Woo! Is it good?
It's great.
It's basically like the only guarantees in life is a life worth dying for. Like that's just like the general takeaway. But he goes through just like everything. I mean, that whole album is good. You got Yesterday on there with him coming to grips
talking
with
about his dad. Yes,
and
I said dad at the same time.
So Yesterday's the Beatles song?
No, it's basically him. He's walking down a street and he sees someone he recognizes, and you just go through. I don't really want to spoil it just because the payoff is so good.
You're right. But don't spoil it because that song has impact for the people who don't know about it.
But he just sees someone he recognizes, but it's kind of like, you're walking down the street and you think you see someone that you know, but you don't really say hi to them because you're kind of awkward. You're like, it might be them, but I haven't seen them in a long time, so you're in that awkward dilemma.
That sounds like a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah, kind of. It could be, but like at the same time, you're in that little dilemma. And Slug is a very honest person. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He says he wears his scars like the rings on a pimp. He wears everything on his sleeve, but he just goes through and he's just very honest. He's very awkward, and he comes through with that. But it's just kind of like, you're in that position. Everyone's been in that position where they're about to wave to someone, but they're kind of awkward and they're like, I don't know if it's them. But that's just kind of what it goes off. But the payoff's so rewarding.
The song is basically a love letter to his father.
It is.
Even though, I had a conversation with a man earlier this week, and he was telling me how, I just got into a fight with my dad and I was going to punch him and this and that. And I said, hey, I get it.
Yeah.
I love my dad too. And he's like, what do you mean I love my dad? I go, I've never loved anyone more. And I've never hated anyone more. Yeah. And he looked me right in the eye and he's like, And I go, yeah, well, I'm older than you. Okay.
It's some truth. That's family. Family's there for you no matter what, even if you love them or hate them.
Well, you know what? You make a good point because no matter what genre, a lot of these songs tell a story. And that story kind of reminds me of like a Rolling Stones. I'm not waiting for a lady, I'm waiting for a friend. And it just evolving into a story where he's sitting on the stoop waiting for his friend. Yeah. And it's a rather different song for the Stones. It's not hard rock, it's more mellow.
The Stones have gone through many different versions. They went disco at one point with like Missing You.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but that's just disco, So
but I like that too.
Yeah, it's a good song. But they just went disco, bands like that, they evolve, they grab on the trends, they do it. Bring Me the Horizon doing it now in the metal scene, doing pop, doing, just experimental lounge music. They do it everywhere.
No artist wants to be pigeonholed or stereotyped, not if you're an actor or a musician. So a lot of them jump from trend to trend. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. You have to reinvent yourself.
Yeah. Yes.
You must reinvent.
Or you have to try something different and you open up yourself to a wider audience. Mm-hmm. But as we're winding out of 2 minutes, give me another quick rap song.
Everyone loves "Today Was a Good Day" by
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
It was an older tune. It's more of just his musings on a typical day. At least I like to hope to believe he's telling the truth in it. It could be kind of a pastiche of many days, but it's still just and you can't really go wrong by sampling the Isley Brothers either. No.
Hey, I'm taking notes here, boys. I'm learning too. This is a learning experience for the old man here. But that's why this show is, I try to have it almost an informational broadcast. Matthew, you want to copy my notes later?
I will, yes.
Yes.
I know who Ice Cube is.
I know who Ice Cube is, but I've never listened to his songs. Actually, I saw a movie that Ice Cube and Ice-T were in called Trespass. And then he's done a lot of acting too. So I think he's got a commercial now. But with that being said, he made a weird film, a weird war. Forget it, right? All right, we're going to go to commercial break. Stay with us. What's our YouTube channel, Matthew?
It's youtube.com/WRMN Radio.
And follow me on Facebook at Pelarenos Police Project. Feel free to PM me on any question you got. I'll try to get an answered for you. Stay with us. We'll be back in 2 minutes, right after the news break.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Sky Rizzi. A protest drew dozens to the District 300 Administration Building Wednesday as some parents are calling on School Board President Nancy Zettler to step down following a social media post she shared regarding Charlie Kirk's death. The post read, quote, "The first thing I thought of when I heard this today was karma is an expletive. Then I read this." She then posted a quote from Qasim Rashid, which centered around the need for empathy following Kirk's assassination. Parents within District 300 said Zettler's post was insensitive. Around 60 people gathered outside the D300 Administration Building in Algonquin on Monday morning, as well as the intersection of Harnish and Randall Roads to protest. Batavia officers were dispatched to a report of a burglary in progress just before 9:45 p.m. Monday at All the Smoke on West Wilson Street. Police said officers discovered evidence of forced entry through the front door, but no suspects were at the scene. Officials are still working to determine what was stolen. An investigation into the incident is ongoing, and no charges have been filed. Anyone with information is asked to contact Batavia Police at 630-454-2500. This week, the Wheaton City Council voted against a zoning amendment request to allow a domestic animal lounge at 923 Roosevelt Road. The petitioners, Candle of Hope, were aiming to build a cat lounge that would provide housing and play areas for cats and allow visitors to interact with the cats. The council voted 6-1 against the resolution. Councilmember Scott Brown raised concerns that the zoning amendment did not line up with plans the city council had discussed for the Roosevelt Road corridor. The Federal Reserve cut its key interest rate by 1/4 point Wednesday and projected it would do so twice more this year. The move is the Fed's first cut since December, and it lowered its short-term rate to about 4.1%, down from 4.3%. Before the meeting, investors on Wall Street had projected 5 cuts for the rest of this year and next. Fed officials submit their forecasts of future rate moves anonymously. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, partly sunny with a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 4 p.m. High near 86, with temperatures falling to around 83. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms likely, mostly cloudy with a low around 64. Looking ahead to tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms likely, partly sunny with a high near 80. Currently, it is 86 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So my sandwich shop was opening in a week, and I needed signage.
A week is plenty of time to panic.
I went to Staples. They printed banners, posters, and flyers to promote my grand opening.
All in time for your grand closing.
Nope, I had it same day. I even got $125 off my order.
Holy onions! For all your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. In-store and online, same day if ordered by 12 p.m. Into 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Twin Zeros at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, Illinois. Check out the full menu at twinzeros.com. Twin Zeros Restaurant in Harwood Heights not only serves traditional gyros, but also has chicken gyro sandwiches. Twin Zeros also serves a variety of sandwiches ranging from cheeseburgers and Vienna beef hot dogs that have recently been inducted into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame, Italian beef, Italian sausage, and combo sandwiches. To ethnic favorites such as Slovaki and Grecian chicken. Slovaki is shish kebabs, specifically chicken or pork shish kebabs, grilled to perfection, served on a warm pita with tomatoes, onions, and our homemade tzatziki sauce. You can also enjoy barbecue ribs served every day. Twins is open 7 days a week and also delivers locally. Located at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights. Check out the full menu at twinzeros.com. That's twinzeros.com.
The new novel, titled DUI Jury Trial, is the true story of two lawyers who defend a truck driver who is charged with DUI. If he's convicted, this truck driver faces a lifetime disqualification of his commercial driver's license, which would prevent him from ever driving a truck again. This 3-year legal battle culminates in a courtroom showdown, which involves the testimony of a DUI expert witness. This book, DUI Jury Trial, is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Are you looking for a way to be creative right now? Have you ever wanted to learn to watercolor paint? You can now do that from the comfort of your own home with Zoom watercolor classes. Get professional instruction from nationally showing artist Victoria Elizabeth. These classes are step-by-step, broken down with easy-to-understand instructions. They are affordable too, at $15 for a 2-hour class. Visit her website at victoriaelizabethart.com to find out more. That's victoriaelizabethart.com.
Welcome back to our second half of Life Experience with William Pelarenos. If you're just joining us, I have my guest is Stephen, who is a self-taught guitarist and writes his own songs, and we're talking about music. Off camera is AJ, and we have Matthew on the boards. Matthew, our phone lines are open.
847-931-1410.
What's our YouTube channel?
That's youtube.com at WRMN Radio.
You're the best. And many of our previous episodes are archived on YouTube. You could follow, you could just hit those keywords.
If you go to the playlist, you'll be able to find it.
There you go. Yeah. And if you just Google my name on the search engine of YouTube, my episodes will pop right up. I've noticed that.
Nice.
So, Stephen, before we left for the commercial break, we were just talking about different type of song genres, and we were talking about rap songs. And one rap song I was telling you, I saw the rapper do a little, was Young MC in the movie Up in the Air with George Clooney. And I thought that was a pretty cool song, even though I don't listen to the rap genre. And the name of the song is Bust a Move, and you guys were familiar with this, right?
Yeah, it's a classic song. You hear it a lot at weddings, though. It's kind of a classic like that.
It is classic. What do you think, AJ?
Yeah, it's from like the 80s. I mean, it's just classic. I mean, it's from that early kind of where they're rapping in like a 4/4 kind of thing, and they're just hitting the snare in every keyword before they kind of evolved with their cadences, and people started getting more staccato with their flows and just getting crazy with the experimenting and basically using the voice as an instrument.
And he's got a nice music video that accompanies that song. For that song, I saw it on YouTube. So, so if you want to check that out. But as we're talking about different music genres, I have to go to one of my personal favorites is Motown. We were listening to Motown. How about you, Stephen? Know Motown?
I love it.
You love
every
it.
single second of it.
You know, Stephen's a funny guy. If he likes something, he shakes his head like a no.
Yeah, you'll notice that quickly about me. The nature of opposites is very strong within.
I'm lost here, boys. Anyways, Matthew, you familiar with Motown?
Motown, I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yes, Motown. There's all different groups, and they were very popular, and they still are to a certain point. Go ahead.
So Motown was basically the recording studio that they would get signed to, like how you have Atlantic Records and Capitol Records. You know, those are just some of the bigger records. You know, UMG is big now, Universal Music Group. But Motown was just that, but it was mainly like the predominantly black, like soul, funk, early disco, stuff like that too. You got like the early Michael Jackson with the Jackson 5 and stuff like that. But I mean, they're still around. They had Bruno Mars up until like 10 years ago, and then he left and went to Universal, I think. But they're still around. They still, you know.
But I'm more of a retro guy. Like we were talking earlier, you listen to these old songs or watch older movies, and you're experiencing a nostalgia experience of when you first heard it. And some of those songs were recorded before I was born, but when I first heard them, I thought he was great. I mean, I really enjoyed the Drifters, the Temptations, the Supremes, and several of those Supreme songs. And when Diana Ross became the front singer for that, I mean, they really skyrocketed.
The Motown sound to me is characterized by a thickness and warmth that you don't really find anywhere else.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely.
And Heartbreak, there's a song, and they even use this for some commercials, Where Do the Broken Hearted Go? By Jimmy Ruffin.
What becomes of the brokenhearted?
Oh, thank you. I stand corrected. Yeah. Actually, I knew that. I was just testing the audience here. Yeah. Thank you. What becomes of the broken?
Don't be such a cop.
So yes, that song was actually used in commercials a few years ago, and a lot of songs are used, and they bring back older feelings.
They got Dion's Runaway Sue for car commercials now, even though it's about, you know, his girlfriend running around on him, you know.
Yes. Yes. Well, they don't use it for the exact meaning. You know, I could get into some Johnny Cash songs that they've inappropriately used, you know, but, you know what? How do you guys feel about country?
I love it.
I like the 70s country because I used to listen to a radio station. My father, when he used to pick me up, we always listened to WJJD, and it was Johnny Cash and
Waylon Jennings.
Yes.
Chris Christopherson.
Yes.
The Highwaymen, basically.
Yes, before they were the Highwaymen.
Yeah, before, yeah.
Yeah, Chris Christopherson. He was remarkable. He just recently passed away too, but. The Johnny Cash ones, I Walk the Line, is always my personal favorite of all his collection. Are you familiar with Johnny Cash?
Yes.
Oh, he knows. Matthew knows.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, have you heard I Walk the Line?
Yes.
There's great lines in that. Because she's mine, I walk the line, you know. And
I was just listening to some old country this morning to kind of get my, pepper in my stepper.
Yeah, who were you listening to?
I was listening to Loretta Lynn, and specifically Loretta Lynn singing with Conway Twitty a song called Louisiana Woman, Mississippi Man, which is a real banger. There's a time change in it when they get to the chorus. It kills me every time.
Yeah, well, there's a big following in country music. What were you talking about earlier? Reba McEntire, right?
Oh, yeah, we were discussing how good Reba looks at the age of 70. What? That's the
okay.
period. She looks good for 70.
All right, but what about her songs?
I know she sang a lot in the past, and she had a TV show that my wife and I watched all the time.
Yeah.
She was in the film Tremors, the original, Kevin Bacon. You've seen this one, Matthew?
Oh, sorry.
It's about underground monsters.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, great movie. It's like I actually saw it at the drive-in just recently. It was a double feature with the retro Jaws. So it was Jaws and Tremors, retro night.
Okay.
It was great. So we're getting a little off track here, but you know what? They use a lot of music artists in films, like we were talking about Ice-T and Ice Cube. Chris Christopherson had a great film career.
You also have, Johnny Cash he had his resurgence when Rick Rubin found him. He's like, hey, I want you to cover a bunch of these songs. And Johnny Cash famously hated them, but they became his songs because he's the greatest cover artist of all time.
He covered a Chris Cornell song called Rusty Cage.
Yeah, he covered Rusty Cage. I mean, he covered Personal Jesus as well. He covered Hurt most famously.
I heard that after he covered Hurt, Trent Reznor said, that is no longer my song.
And that was like his magnum opus of a song, too. That was a song that he felt was the most perfect song he ever wrote. And then he said, I can't write anything
It's
anymore.
for him now.
Yeah, it's for him. Yeah.
You know, sometimes the original artist will write a song, but somebody who covers it actually really peaks with it.
Yeah, that's what happened with Johnny Cash as he was getting older, and Rick Rubin, you know, the producer of the Beastie Boys and
Chili Peppers.
I mean, also System of a Down too. But he kind of revitalized his career. But a lot of his songs now are used in trailers for movies. I mean, Hurt was used for Logan, and When the Man Comes Around is a thing that plays at the end of Logan, just to kind of finalize that finality of it. I mean, it just works.
You got to stop bringing up Logan or I'm going to cry, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that good. But, I mean, you have, you know, this guy, you know, talking about, you know, basically end capping his life with someone else's song. I mean, Johnny Cash, it was just so poetic for him to cover it, do that good of a cover.
William, are you a fan of Marty Robbins?
Yeah, Marty Robbins is cool.
Oh, man, Marty Robbins has had something of a resurgence in the last few years because of a video game, I suspect. I suspect that this video game, Fallout, which featured a song of his called Big Iron.
Yeah.
Everybody loves this Big Iron song, and I attribute it solely to that video game.
Well, it's not just that, but also like, I mean, Frank Sinatra, you know, all those old 40s songs are just all over the radios because all that was left after Fallout takes place in a nuclear apocalypse. So all that was left was the physical media. So they didn't have any more new music coming out. So all they had was, you know, your Fly Me to the Moons and, you know, Big Irons, you know.
Oh, yeah, so it's of a place. Like they're keeping in keeping with the themes of the game. There is no more new music.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's very good. I didn't really think of that.
Yeah.
Smart dude.
You know, while we're talking in country, I have to throw in one of my personal favorites, Waylon Jennings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Waylon Jennings. And I think he's one of these guys that we were talking about earlier. Don't quote me on this. He couldn't read music. He wrote his own music, but he couldn't read it. And like you said, that's not a handicap for a lot of these artists.
No, William, because do you know what the first rule of music is?
No.
The first, and I would argue the only rule, is if it sounds good, it is good.
Oh, I love it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I love it. If it sounds good, it is good.
That's it.
You know, and you know, it's just like a book. I'm a book reader. I like physical books. I don't like to read. I mean, I'll read online articles, but not to read a Kindle thing, or, you know, I can't read 300 pages. I need a physical thing, and I walk it down with a ruler. That's how I read. Yes.
I also love to mark a book.
Yes.
I'll circle a word I don't know, or I'll underline an expression that I want to use in the future, or remember.
Yes, I put little Post-it notes.
Oh, yeah, or I'll mark the page in case I do like a flip job and I can see where my mark is, and I know there was a note on that.
You know, it's funny. Some books that I've read actually have the words, the lyrics to the songs in them because the character is listening to it and they're making a point. But in order to do that, they have to pay royalties to the songwriter. Mm-hmm. And a funny story is I was watching one of those documentaries. The songwriter actually gets more royalties than the singer of the song.
That bodes well for me.
Yeah, because it may be like we were saying, other artists cover it. They don't have to pay the original singer. They pay the writer.
Dang.
Well, it kind of depends on the contract because, you know, you have your copyright. So if you write something, you know, that's yours, you know. So if you're just workshopping it around like Umbrella, you know, the famous Rihanna song, was shopped around for like 3-4 different people before it was even her song. And the only thing that was added to it afterwards was a couple of production things and then the Jay-Z intro. But other than that, that song was already written. Yeah. So it kind of depends on like who's actually going to get it. And then once they do, if it gets covered by someone else, it's not Rihanna's song because she didn't write it. Mm-hmm. It goes back to whoever wrote it, whether it was The Dream or Sia, famous songwriters. I mean, that end up having, you know, their own solo careers. But yeah, a lot of times it happens all the time.
This new cat, Hardy, started out as a songwriter for a lot of big people. And then my wife told me someone told him, well, why not just start singing them yourself? And he did. And here we are.
Yeah.
You know, I want to touch on, you mentioned Frank Sinatra earlier, a great artist, musician. He was also an actor, but I like his music better. But a couple of songs that I was listening to recently, and it kind of revived some old feelings. One of them was Strangers in the Night. Have you heard this tune?
Beautiful song.
Yes, beautiful tune. And it's really laid back. For some reason, I connotate it with Las Vegas. I don't know why. Just the connotation I make in my head, I think of a lounge in Vegas and running into somebody.
It sounds like you have a story to tell.
Somebody you don't know that you're going to have an interlude with. Strangers in the Night. Oh, I shouldn't. We'll have to copyright that.
Yeah.
So anyways, really good tune, Frank Sinatra. Okay, we've talked about rap. We talked about country music. What's another genre?
And we got metal.
Yeah, we got metal's a good one.
Bunch of other things. I mean,
you know what? I was talking about movies before, and sometimes I'll buy the soundtrack for songs. And John Williams, and they're even used my friend on his cell phone when it rings. It's Raiders of the Lost Ark theme.
Yeah. I mean, that's also how they get royalties is off the ringtones. Like in the early 2000s, a lot of songs were kind of like real catchy for like a snippet just for the ringtones. That's how Akon made so much money, was he would just write songs for ringtones because you paid like $1 for it, but he would get the full $1. Whereas for his song, he would only get like 20 cents. So he just made ringtone music. And that's why they would do like those early 2000 songs sound like that.
That's the word I was looking for, ringtone.
Yeah.
So ringtone's right, because you have your variety. Mm-hmm. And it's always Raiders of the Lost Ark. And whenever that phone rings, Harrison Ford pops into my head, you know, and I mean, who else would be more associated with that character?
I mean, John Williams is great. Hans Zimmer is just absolutely amazing.
Mark Mothersbaugh is a pretty prolific soundtrack guy too.
Which one was he?
He did some more independent films. I wouldn't say independent. I mean,
who was it?
Actor. Mark Mothersbaugh.
I'm not familiar.
No, I think I'm familiar.
You know who died recently or a few years ago in a plane accident? He was very good. James Horner. He was an Academy Award winner for a lot of the songs, soundtracks. And soundtracks is big sellers too, especially with the albums. Not only are you getting the album, but you're getting the image.
Yeah.
And the soundtracks, but when I can listen to download the whole Raiders of the Lost Ark album, and I just close my eyes and just sit back in the chair and just relax. It's like the movie going through me.
You're bringing up an interesting point. I mean, how many times have you bought a soundtrack without even seeing the movie because the music was so good?
Yes.
And how many times, conversely, would you ever watch a movie without the music?
You wouldn't. It goes hand in hand.
I would never buy a movie without the music associated with it, but I would most definitely buy a soundtrack without ever having seen the film.
That's why it's like hard to watch like Red Alert, because there's no soundtrack. There's nothing to it. It's just the noises made in the film because it's played so seriously.
Sure.
So it's kind of hard.
Yes. Another good album I listened to is, believe it or not, a little musical here. Just holiday time. I hate to say this, but it's Sound of Music. I have to throw it in there.
I thought you were going to say Christmas. I love Christmas music too. I am so precious with my Christmas music that despite how much I love it, I like to keep it in December because then it stays precious to me. Mm-hmm. But I'd be remiss if not. I didn't mention like a song like Christmas Roses. Do you guys know this tune? Or If I Were Santa Claus. These are fantastic songs that I would encourage everyone on the air.
But there's certain types, and we're talking about the holiday music, there's certain types of videos and films. For me, I don't know why, the Sound of Music, even though it's not a Christmas movie, but maybe they used to play it at Christmas time. It just brings back the feelings. And, of course, my personal favorite is Charlie Brown Christmas. Have you seen this, Matthew?
Yes.
Come on. I have it on video.
I have seen it.
I have it on videotape. I have it on beta.
I have it on videotape too.
And CD and what do you call it?
Laserdisc.
No, the little ones.
DVD, Blu-ray.
DVD.
That's the song with the children's choir singing "Christmas Time Is Here," is it not?
Yes. Yep.
What a beautiful tune.
Yes. But it just gets me in that Christmas mood, or that holiday mood, I should say.
Yeah, it's all those seventh chords.
Yes. And that was what we were talking about, how music can bring you into moods, Yeah. So there was one channel when I was a policeman, we only had, I FM radios in the squad cars, or AM and FM.
Our only friend.
Yes. You know, I'll tell you, I go so far back. My first squad car had no radio. I had to bring in a boombox and seatbelt it in. And
Like you were Aaron Brockovich?
Yes, that was my co-pilot. So, but listening, one of the coppers was really bent out of shape. He had a nasty woman on a call, and she was just opened the door. She's yelling at him, and he's trying to find a radio station. He goes, I go, what are you looking for? He goes, one of these stations playing 24-hour Christmas music. Got to find it. And he did. And we listened to it. We used to pull up. It was like stereo. Remember how the squads pull up side by side?
Oh, yeah, car to car. We've done that all.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what that means if you're a cop.
Yeah, so you're side by side like this. It's either cops pulling up or it's a drug deal. So when you see the cars side by side.
Or it's cops doing a drug deal.
Yeah. So when you see, hey, a funny story, getting off topic, is I saw two cars like that in a car wash, but it was raining. And I said, I don't believe it. They're going to car wash. And it was actually a drug dealer. They arrested them.
Yeah, that's true. You remember, that's the first rule. People in the times and places and they're at. Mm-hmm. Keep all those things in mind.
Oh, here's a song that brings back memories. I got a report of a burglar, and I entered the premises. Nobody was in there except the burglar. And what he was an alcoholic, and he was looking for booze in the house. And he found some booze, and he was really drunk. And I arrested him. And as I was taking him down to the station, I was stuck in traffic. And the song "Drift Away" plays. Are you familiar with "Drift Away"?
By Dobie.
Yeah. We're gonna look it up. Look up "Drift Away," Matthew. "Drift Away."
Oh, I know that
Uncle
song.
Cracker did a cover of it. Yeah.
So this guy starts singing while I'm listening to the radio, to the squad car radio. He's singing to this, and I could hear it. And he's crying, and he's so drunk, and he drifts away. I never. Anytime I hear that song, I think about this alcoholic in the back, because I had to listen to him for that whole tune until we
got it. The song, do you want me to play it a little bit?
No, don't play
okay.
it. But just find it on the YouTube. Who's the artist?
Dobie Gray.
Dobie Gray. AJ.
Yeah.
AJ, I'll take records for 500, please.
Go ahead.
So, anyways, but certain songs reflect the occasion that you were at that occurred, and it brings back memories, and that's what it comes down to. Sometimes it's good memories, sometimes it's bad memories. Yeah. What do you think?
I absolutely agree. Music has a powerful effect on.
We've covered country music. We've covered rap music. We've covered physical vinyl, solace in music. Some artists don't read music. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Did we miss any genres? We just finished country and Frank Sinatra. You really can't pigeonhole Frank Sinatra. I mean,
you can easily categorize him as jazz, but even that's kind of a disservice.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
he
kind of defies genre.
Speaking of Frank Sinatra, I have to say I love a lot of Dean Martin songs.
I think I'm gonna get tomatoes for this one, but I think Dean Martin had a better voice.
Yes, yes, a different voice, and he carried a great tune. Oof. And I like some of his westerns. For an actor, he wasn't too bad.
No, he was better than Elvis in an actor.
Bandolero and Five Card Stud. Those are two of my favorite Dean Martin movies. But he made some great. He sang the song that they made the movie. When a Fig Hits a Thigh. Remember that? It was a Cher movie.
No, that one I don't know.
Moonstruck. They played it in Moonstruck.
Was Cher in that?
Cher was in it.
Cher was in it.
I only seen bits and parts, but I
used
know
to work
the song.
with a video store.
That's Amore. That's Amore. I think it's a song.
Oh, well,
that's
when the moon hits your eye. That's what
pizza pie and whatnot.
Yeah, but that's in like so many different movies at this point. I mean, it's in so many video games at this point. It's just become a piece of like Italian American kind of like culture for that song to play if you're ever doing anything.
Synonymous, really.
And what they do on YouTube, they'll take his songs and they compress videos from movies that have nothing to do with each other, but dancing. One of them is Sway. If you can jump on YouTube and put Sway in there with Rita Hayworth. She was a great dancer. They played Dean Martin's tune to those videos of her dancing.
They just edit it. I mean, they do that with Ocean Man by Ween. They put it at the end of like any movie, and they say it goes with it.
My son loves that song.
It's a
And I
great song.
didn't know anything about this band Ween until he brought that song around.
Ween is crazy. You can't pigeonhole them either.
Yeah, I mean, I take it back. Dean Martin or Frank Sinatra, you can pigeonhole all you want. Ween, I don't even know what those guys are doing.
They do everything. They're just crazy.
Here, the music discussion continues. Well, we're ready to go off the air. Thanks for being with us, folks. Catch us next week right here. Every Friday, we are Life Experience with Willie Pelarenos. And follow me on Facebook at Pelarenos Police Project. Join us next week.